Time of their lives. So, you know, the Catholics were actually very smart. They noticed that they were losing sheep to black, so they basically decided to, you know, absorb some of the elements of this religion so that they would start recovering the lost sheep, which worked fairly well. But anyways, we'll be passing later on this tour by a terreiro, which is Candoblé's equivalent to a church, and then we'll be talking a little bit more about it, yeah? But for now, I guess this will do. So, let's get a move on.
This is the church she's talking about? With all the ribbons in front. So many ribbons.
See, instead of the locks, a lot of ribbons here in Brazil. The streamers. See?
So we're going up this staircase that Pedro has told us about, our guide. We don't know what's going to be at the top, so let's see. This is the village that he's talking about. That's where we're going up.
See?
Wow, nice.
No.
So this whole area was built by slaves for
their owners. Get them to look the way they did before. So it's the same with these little villages here. It's just so hard to get an accurate story on how they came into being. So, for example, I've talked to many of the homeowners around here, and some say they're living on rentals, some say that these places have been inherited, some say that they've squatted. So it's insane. It's not that they're lying. I'm pretty sure they believe what they're saying. You know, it's just that maybe that's the story they grew up with, and they just believe it. Villages like this, you know, it's like a parallel dimension, and it's so hard to find them. And sometimes the tenants or whatever, they're not very keen on having people seeing them. But the ones who understand that we want to hear them, we want to know who they are, then they become very welcoming. Now that we've seen this and we've appreciated some of the beauty from up here, let's get going, because it gets even nicer when we get to the bottom of the road. Yeah. Units from collapsing entirely.
This used to be the old financial center.
No longer represented their, quest for modern. Their, it was too old, and old, the way they perceive things, automatically equals bad. So yeah, these buildings are in such bad shape that you cannot squat, you cannot even, as we were talking earlier on the tour, we cannot even renovate them because you have no idea what they used to look like. It's just some hints here and there. And now one of the saddest things about this part of the historic center, and one of the most beautiful ones at the same time, is that structure right over there. That, guys, is an elevator. Or it used to be anyways. And it was one of the main connections between Upper and Lower City. And now this is what's left of it. It's just left there to rot because, again, this is not part of the tourist route. Heads up. Not interested in renovating it because tourists don't use it. And again, So it's been abandoned for the past 20 or 25 years. Now, it's heartbreaking. It really is. It's a completely hydraulic elevator. It's never been fully mechanized, and it never really had the chance to, because it was abandoned before anyone tried doing it. Now, just imagine this. What if there's some disabled person who wants to get from upper city to lower city? It's almost impossible, because have you seen the conditions of the road? It's absolutely impossible. So all they can do is wheel all the way from here to the main, to the postcard elevator, because again, that's the postcard, and then get to lower city or upper city. And I don't know how many of you have had the chance to take the elevator. The postcard one. It may be beautiful from the outside, but once you get in, it's just a frigging elevator cabin. There's nothing to see. It's really hot. The lines are huge. And so instead, what we're gonna do, heads up guys, we have this governor who pretty much privatized the whole state, you know, all the state-run companies to his own family's businesses. So, very clever, huh? And he or his family also bought most of the buildings around here. So they're so filthy rich. He's now deceased, but his family is so filthy rich that they're not interested in getting rid of these buildings unless it's in bulks. You know, that's the only way they're interested in selling them, if it's like several at once, because then it's gonna start scratching the surface of their bank account. Otherwise, no interest whatsoever. As I said, it was a slow process, but from 20 to 25 years ago. And so, because it's been a while, bear with me. It's been very sick for very long. And people were being very hopeful about it. So he's now among us again, and I'm very happy that he's back. And alright, I can do this. So yeah. Let's change to football. Let's talk about football. So, pois é. I don't want him to see that. So this, guys, is the oldest still running barbershop in town. It's been running. Dates vary. I always get conflicting dates because, again, it depends on the person I ask. But some people say 90 years, some people say 70. So, to be on the safe side, let's say 80, right? Just to be safe. And these guys are like 70-year-old hipsters, pretty much. Because they kept it like old school. They don't use any electric equipment. They don't use any... It's all like scissors, razors, blades. And if you have a look inside, I know it's very cramped. In there, but it's just so adorable. And what makes it even cooler is that they are absolutely unaware of just how adorable this place is. So every time they come by, they go like, "What are you doing here, man? It's don't see the elevator." I'm like, "No, man. This is the spot. This is the joint. Believe me." So the other day, and I think you were here when I said this. The other day, I actually bothered doing some research on my own to see just how old this place is. And there's some engraving on the chairs, which are manual too. And it reads St. Louis, United States, 1936. So it's been around for a while. And I just love everything about it. If you get a chance to look inside, the flooring, the colors, everything. And again, they're so clueless of how awesome this is, and it makes it even more awesome. So anyways, let me just... people like Maria here, we're able to walk safely around this part of town. You know, otherwise we'd have to, you know, double our attention and be very alert and not be able to, you know, absorb everything that's around us. So that's in part due to Maria. So round of applause to Maria, everyone. Woo! She's saying that she has no idea what we're talking about. But if you need any information in Portuguese only, you're free to just go to her and she'll be happy to help. Maria sempre
Obrigada a todos. Seja bem-vindo no meu país, Brasil, Bahia, ok?
Obrigado.
Um abraço. Was it again? No? Anyways.
Nice one, Kim.
Anyways, what I was saying was, all right. So this is all still part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, and I was saying that we have to do a bunch of things in order to keep the title, which is also a huge tourist magnet. One of them is, and this is very specific, you shall not alter the facades of the buildings. You know, they have to remain the same as they were originally. And this is something that we do not abide by. So for example, you have something just like that over there. And you can see that it's a beautiful building. The top 2 stories are absolutely amazing and abandoned, but it's still amazing. And then if you look at the ground floor, it's like the owner of this shop wanted, to, whenever he looked at his shop, be reminded of his bathroom. So he pretty much turned that into this, which not only is illegal, but it's also hideous. It's of such bad taste. So I'm pretty sure you remember what when we talked about this the other tour. It's like, how can someone voluntarily open their wallets, and spend their hard-earned money to turn that into this? Beats me. I really cannot understand.
Well, I guess that's individual perspectives, It's difficult to put your judgments on what they like or what they don't like.
Absolutely, but I think this is
judgmental.
But I think this is beyond personal taste. Even though I'm saying my personal opinion, bottom line is you cannot do anything to the facade. So objectively.
So I think eventually in third world countries.
So we're on the funicular up to the upper city, and it's a brilliant view for 15 cents.
15 cents!
And we met our new friends. This is Kato and Sophie.
Ophelia.
Ophelia, sorry, Ophelia.